This is the CW6 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Dora Scheidel. This holiday weekend was a violent one here in Syracuse. 10 people were shot in less than 24 hours. The most recent happened earlier this afternoon in broad daylight. Here you can see one of the victims being put into the ambulance. It happened on the 1600 block of East Fayette Street just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Police say 2 male victims, both in their late 20s, were sitting on the front stoop of an empty house when a red SUV drove by and someone in the car started shooting. Both men were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Developing news on the shooting in Thorndon Park last night. Police say 3 people were shot just before 8 o'clock. One of the victims, a 20-year-old man, was shot in the head and is in critical condition tonight. Police created a perimeter around Thorndon Park last night as they searched for the suspect. They eventually arrested 16-year-old Shaquez Collins and charged him with assault and criminal possession of a weapon. The shootings are still under investigation, and anyone with information is asked to call police right away. Police are also looking for answers after 4 people were shot at the corner of Rich Street and Bellevue Avenue. It happened just before 10:30 last night. Police say a large group of people were watching fireworks outside when someone started shooting into the crowd. The 4 victims that range in age from 17 to 24 are all expected to survive. There is no suspect information at this time. Anyone who knows anything about these shootings is asked to call police. And police are investigating another shooting that took place around midnight on the 500 block of Westmoreland Avenue. Witnesses say a black man wearing dark clothing approached the 29-year-old victim and started shooting. The victim was rushed to the hospital and is currently in stable condition. The suspect is still on the loose. Anyone with information is asked to call police right away. New information about escaped prisoner David Sweat. He has now been released from the hospital and is back behind bars. Sweat was being treated at the Albany Medical Center after being shot by a state trooper a week ago. He and fellow inmate Richard Matt escaped from the Clinton Correctional Facility 3 weeks earlier. At 3 o'clock this morning, Sweat was moved to 5 Points Correctional Facility in Romulus. The Seneca County facility houses more than 1,200 inmates and has more than 500 people on its security staff. Prison officials say Sweat will be kept in the special housing unit, where he will spend 23 hours a day in a solitary cell. He will also be placed on suicide watch. New at 10 tonight, a terrible tragedy is really resonating with the Central New York community. In just 3 days, a GoFundMe page in honor of Brandon Closure has raised $5,600. Closure fell down a manhole on Crowley and East Fayette Street while helping a woman whose car was stuck in high flood water last week. His body was found more than 2 miles away on Erie Boulevard between Clinton and Franklin Streets. If you want to donate, we have the link to the GoFundMe page posted on our website, cnycentral.com. Well, meteorologist Mike Brookins is look with your forecast and a pretty beautiful day we had here today, and hopefully it lasts into the work week. Mike?
Yeah, that'll make going back to work for most folks a little bit nicer, and I think we're going to see a nice day. Right now our sky is clear. There is a Stanley Law Sky Watch, pretty good visibility as well. It looks like as we go through the next 24 hours, though, some clouds are going to be moving on in. We'll share that on the satellite picture, and you'll see it's clear here. But look at this bank of clouds. Most of this high and thin, those will be in late at night. And I think we still get a blend of sun and high, thin cloud tomorrow to start the day. But these thicker clouds down in southern Pennsylvania will move in later in the day, and eventually a chance for a shower as well. Now, our temperature right now is at 67. I figure a low temperature of 59 to 60 degrees. If you're going to be like most people that are watching this late at night, heading out during the mid-morning, your drive to work 65 to 73 with some humidity and a blend of sunshine and clouds. We turn mostly cloudy. Basically from Syracuse and the Thruway south, there'll be a chance for an isolated shower in the afternoon, and we turn quite warm, almost to 90. I think we have a better chance of hitting 90 coming up on Tuesday. I'll show you why and when the next chance for good storms are coming out.
Thank you, Mike. A scary sight this afternoon. Take a look at this. A car hit a pole, which then impaled the car through the sunroof. This happened on Hartson Street. Luckily, though, it appears nobody was injured. A new fun and interactive way to explore all that Syracuse has to offer has now been installed in several locations downtown. The connective corridor has received a new upgrade. Tourist assistance portals have been installed along the route. The portals, or TAP for short, are touchscreen kiosks that give tourists information on local events and businesses, maps, and more. The database on information is maintained by Visit Syracuse and will be updated regularly. You can find TAPs at 11 locations to start, including the Red House Art Center, the Everson Museum, and the Most. Events in Charleston have put the debate over the Confederate flag front and center over the past few weeks. South Carolina lawmakers will be discussing whether or not to remove it from the State House in the upcoming week. Brian Moore is looking into the symbol that has been causing so much controversy.
This year at Daytona International Speedway, displays of rivalries and loyalties weren't just focused on the drivers. Some fans flew Confederate flags in defiance of NASCAR's request to leave the banners at home. On this Independence Day weekend, there were rallies for and against the Confederate flag, each side seeing very different meaning in this potent symbol. While the debate over the flag has been raging for years, the Charleston Church Massacre has provided a moment for Southerners to revisit the flag's history and its meaning in the 21st century. Against that backdrop, South Carolina legislators begin debate Monday on whether to remove the Confederate battle flag that flies on the State House grounds.
I don't think this is going to be easy. I don't think that it's going to be painless, but I do think that it will be respectful and that it will move swiftly.
No matter what the decision, some are ready to defend this flag as part of their heritage.
If the people do not like it, they ought to move.
A reminder of a nation once at war with itself, proving to be as polarizing as ever. Brian Moore, NBC News.
Coming up on the news at 10, a freak accident on the ocean ends in tragedy. What left one Florida family mourning their 5-year-old this week. Also, beachgoers on this California beach got a little more than they bargained for when the volleyball court was turned into an emergency runway. And we're continuing our summer book breaks to promote summer reading this coming week. On Monday, Nico Tamurian at Manoa Library at 1:30. Molly Matat will be at the North Syracuse Library on Tuesday at 1:30. On Wednesday, Laura Hand will be reading at the Tully Free Library at 11 a.m. And then on Friday, Andy Malnosky will be in Camillus at the Maxwell Memorial Library at 11. We have the complete list of book breaks through mid-August posted on our website. Come out and see us. Forecast looks like it's going to be a hot one this week. It's going to start to finally feel like summer around here.
Yeah, and I'm getting a lot of complaints about how cool and damp and dreary it was back in June, the first couple of days of July. It has really turned around as expected. Our weather pattern for tonight, well, we're not getting the heat and humidity. It's just a few clouds out there. It's quiet and comfortable. Tomorrow, more like summer. In fact, we're above normal. Great pool day. We're going to be well into the 80s, very warm, and the humidity is going to come up as well. There is the risk for a shower. We'll get into the details of who stands the highest threat and when. Hazy, hot, and humid Tuesday. A lot of the day dry, but there will be a few showers and thunderstorms, especially as a cold front approaches Tuesday night. 73 in downtown at this hour. It's 67, though, at the airport. You go further to the north, Cicero's got 65, as well as Lakeport. You get down to the south and it's 62 degrees in Atisco right now, 61 in Cortland as well as Ithaca, 60 in Fulton and Watertown, 56 already in Saranac Lake. They'll probably down into the 40s. High pressure's over us, and with a clear sky, it's allowing the temperature to drop. Now, there are some clouds in Pennsylvania that are heading this way, but as of right now, you can see it's dry on Cayuga Community College live triple Doppler radar. Those clouds will develop during the overnight. They'll push in high, thin clouds, so we'll turn partly cloudy during the overnight. That's about it. It's dry, pretty quiet, and I think this is a little underdone. So there'll be a canopy of high, thin clouds. It's moving a little faster than what the computer models are showing us. I'm noticing that. Temperatures tonight, upper 50s to near 60 for Syracuse, cooler in the outlying areas, so nice and comfortable. Maybe open up the windows, air out the house before the higher heat comes during the afternoon tomorrow, and the humidity as well. Winds will shift around to the southeast and to the south, and that's going to pump up our temperature. And you can see there are the clouds that develop. We're partly sunny midday. More sunshine north, more clouds south. Along the thruway corridor and points south during the afternoon, hit or miss or isolated showers. Probably not even seeing any thunderstorms just yet, but few and far between. Most likely, even if you're south of the thruway, you're going to be dry during the daytime on Monday. Isolated shower on Monday evening becomes an isolated to scattered shower thunderstorm late at night. And then going into Tuesday, there'll be a couple of showers during the day, maybe a thunderstorm. Then maybe some breaks of sunshine as a cold front nears. Once that cold front slides in, and it's not looking like it's until Tuesday late evening going into the nighttime, then we'll increase the threat for showers and storms. They could be on the strong to severe side. And behind that, it's going to cool us down a little bit. But in advance of that front, pretty toasty stuff for Tuesday, a toasty Tuesday. Alliteration. 59 degrees, our low temperature, as you can see. Overnight, we turn partly cloudy. It's going to be nice and dry and very quiet. Now, those dew point temperatures, the amount of moisture in there, it's going to be climbing tomorrow with that southerly component to the wind along with the temperature. It's not going to be unbearable. No heat index or advisory. We'll get up to 89 degrees. The typical high temperature this time of the year, 81, so 8 degrees above average. Keep cool. Great pool day here, starting off with the most sunshine. Sunshine blending with a veil of high thin clouds. Partly sunny at noon, turning mostly cloudy for the afternoon. And during the afternoon, can't rule out a hit or miss rain shower. Going into Tuesday, a few showers and storms, especially late evening. A lot of the day will be dry. It'll be humid. I'm forecasting 90 degrees. And then on the backside of the front, big drop. 76 degrees on Wednesday. Lower humidity too. A few showers in the morning, in the afternoon dry. Dry for Thursday. Friday, we're well back into the 80s. By next weekend, Dora, 85 and 89 with some humidity. Next Saturday, an isolated shower or storm. Then on Sunday, a few showers and storms likely. Dora?
Thank you, Mike. Time now for a look at stories making headlines across America tonight. A family outing on a boat turned into a horrific nightmare when a huge sturgeon leaped out of the water and struck and killed a little girl. This is a photo of 5-year-old Jalen Rippey and her mother, Tanya Fay. Florida wildlife officials say Jalen died when the huge sturgeon hit her as she was boating with her family on the Suwannee River Thursday in northern Florida. Sturgeon are known for leaping out of the water, and they can grow up to 8 feet long and weigh up to 200 pounds. Not your typical day at the beach. While everyone was enjoying their 4th of July holiday, a small engine aircraft had to make an emergency landing. It was all caught on camera around 2 o'clock as it made a hard landing and flipped over. Officials cite engine failure as the cause of the crash. They say the pilot was not injured, but that one person on the beach may have been hurt. Dramatic video from Lake Michigan. A boat caught on fire on Saturday. It was near the Navy Pier in Chicago when officials say a fire broke out in the engine area. You can see people on board jumping into the water to safety. The Coast Guard rescued 16 people from the boat and reports that no one was injured. Pretty much amazing right there. Well, many American sports fans have soccer fever tonight. Thousands of people turned out in downtown Chicago to watch the U.S. women's soccer team on a giant TV screen. Look at that crowd. As Team USA competed against Japan in the World Cup final in Vancouver, these fans had a lot to cheer about. The team beat Japan 5-2.
Sports, awarded Best Sportscast by the New York State Broadcasters Association.
Baseball now, the Syracuse Chiefs brought the house down on the 4th of July. The Chiefs smacked 14 hits in a 12-4 drubbing of Pawtucket. Tonight, they were looking for another big-time win. That's right, Chiefs versus the Paw Sox. Kevin Keyes at the plate, at it again. A 2-run shot to deadway center, his 3rd for the Chiefs. Big 4th inning for Syracuse. Then it's catcher Dan Butler. How about a double of his own right here, right now? That would get the job done. A 4-run 4th inning for the Chiefs. They win it 4-1. They're back at home tomorrow at 1:05. Doubledays, not much going well for them tonight. They fall to State College 7-1. They'll be home again tomorrow versus the Spikes at 7:05 p.m. Hey, the Mets in dire need of a win at the Dodgers out in L.A. Giving up for Curtis Granderson, the man, the myth, the legend. An RBI double in the 4th. Mets out in front. Then to the 7th, Ruben Tejada, RBI single time. Looks like the Dodgers have seen better days in the field and just kind of, oh, yeah, that happened. Another run scores. Mets on cruise control. Then it's Juan Lagares getting it done. A triple clearing the bases for the Mets. All New York, 8-0. Well, the Yankees of today hosting Tampa Bay. First inning, Rays getting after it early. 2 on for James Loney. This man is money. It kind of rhymes, maybe, but 2 RBI single scores to Tampa Bay, racing out to a 2-0 lead in the first. Next inning, same score, Kirk Casale. Good old-fashioned sacrifice fly, getting another run in. 3-0 Rays. The Bronx Bombers looking for any type of offense today. That brings up A-Rod. Bottom of the 6th, Alex Rodriguez goes yard, his 16th of the season, but that'd be it for them. All Tampa Bay, they rock the Yanks 8-1. Washington Nats pitcher Steven Strasburg was put on the 15-day disabled list after leaving yesterday's game versus the Giants when they left oblique strain. This marks the second time this year Strasburg will be on the DL. Pitcher Taylor Jordan from the Chiefs will be coming up from AAA. Strasburg is 5-5 in 2015 with a 5.16 ERA. Here's to a speedy recovery for him and the Nats. Well, Cicero North Syracuse grad Pat Corbin back in style. Corbin won his first start since September 27, 2013 after Tommy John surgery, beating the Colorado Rockies last night. He pitched 5 innings, scattered 8 hits, and gave up 2 runs, but did have 3 strikeouts. Great to see the 2013 All-Star back at the mound. Corbin's 21-16 in his 3 seasons for the Diamondbacks. Well, welcome to Sunday. Let's get this party started right now. We recap the biggest stories of the week, so join me. It's time to go big time. Syracuse Crunch fans will have to bid farewell to longtime defenseman Eric Nielsen after Tampa Bay decided not to re-sign him. He spent the last 3 years here and made a lasting mark on Syracuse and, of course, several notable charities. Also the AHL Man of the Year. That is big time. And also one former Syracuse basketball standout coming back to Central New York, Ryan Blackwell, with the new head coach for the Liverpool boys basketball team. What a get here. Blackwell played for the Orange from 1997 to 2000 and should bring a wealth of experience. Dora, big time. I just throw it out like that. Ryan Blackwell in the house.
Love it. And I told you before, I love that throwback footage of Eric Nielsen. It's just funny to see him looking all young again.
I know. I wish I could have some flow like that. I can't do it. You know?
He does have some great hair. He does.
All right.
And he'll certainly be missed in Syracuse.
He will.
All right. Well, we'll get a check on the weather with meteorologist Mike Brookins right after this break. Stay with us.
Overall, we are above average here, folks. Only one day, and that would be Wednesday, below typical levels at 76. In fact, we're almost at 90 Monday, Tuesday, as well as next Sunday. Beautiful day today. For tomorrow's weather, well, the clouds are going to be increasing. In fact, they probably need to update that graphic a little bit. I think there will be an isolated shower in the afternoon, Syracuse south. It's isolated, afternoon only. Even if you're south, you may stay dry. A few showers and thunderstorms a little bit more likely for Tuesday, especially Tuesday night as the cold front comes through, and that's what's going to drop the temperature. So if you don't like the high heat and humidity, Wednesday's your day.
Wednesday will be my day. I don't like that humidity.
Need the air conditioning.
All right, well, that's it for the news at 10. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, go to CNY Central for the latest. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.